What's up, guys? Ooh, we're awkwardly gonna go live by ourselves here for a little bit. Um, Germ says, "Ooh, baby." Uh, I did a horrible job at planning with our buddy Danny Brams, TrippinB. He's got some stuff going on tonight. He's out drinking, I think, with some of his Charlotte buddies. So I was like, "Yeah, just hit me up when you're done." Well, I didn't. I don't know when he's gonna get done. So uh, I hope he's out. I hope he's out uh, having lots of beers. So I shall see him in a bit, I think. But kind of my plan for tonight is our other boy, Scosmo, wanted us to attack his lineups. He said he's been frustrated with his lineups. He's bored with So Rare, and he wants the boys to give his lineups a shot. So, without further ado, I'm going to show off some of his lineups and we're going to walk through them real quick. Actually, shit. I think the play is let's go through his results first to see kind of what he's doing. And from there, we'll mess his lineups real good. All right. So I literally just reshared the same screen, didn't I? Well done. I need Scosmo's results. So this is from game week 421. 422 is weird. It's this midweek that we're currently in, and not all of his players are playing. So I went back to 421. Judging by like what I'm seeing here, it looks like he's prioritizing probably his champ Euro lineup. Hard to say though, like based on matchups, these guys are all playing away. I don't know. That's probably a pretty good matchup right there. I don't know. Maybe he is prioritizing this. Fripp, have you considered printing his results? No, I did not. Also, like his priority two, this looks important to him. His cap 240 unique. I'm thinking that maybe that should be his most important lineup. I don't see a unique card of his that stands out as a card that like I'd want to focus on in a D2 somewhere. I know this card's killing him right now. That's 2 DNPs in a row for Rami. I don't know if Steve's playing this week. If anybody in chat knows if Big Steve's playing, that might be helpful. I was going to maybe check out the lineup builder and do some investigating on that because that could be an important card for him this week. I know. Like the most important matchup he has, Napoli's at home against a weaker team, so he's gonna probably want to run Merritt and Di Lorenzo together in a D2 somewhere, probably Champ Europe. I think Griezmann's got a pretty good matchup at home as well, so that'll probably be a matchup there that we're going to look at. Germs of Wisa is now battling with Malpe. I don't know how to pronounce that. You guys know I can't pronounce anything. Yeah, so he's going to have an interesting forward option. We'll get to it in just a second at cap 240 unique. So it's either going to be Wisa or he's got a couple other options, I think. He's got this guy. I think he has one other forward that might fit the bill. So yeah, I don't know. Just kind of like looking through the way he prioritizes, maybe that's not how we want to prioritize. So I'm gonna switch over to the lineup builder real quick. And we'll kind of maybe go through some of those lineups. Perfect. So in the builder, I was playing around possibly with this lineup. I like Nagby at home a lot, and so this is me starting with kept 240 unique. I mean, it's uh, I think probably a pretty good place to start for him. I don't know Sam Johnston's like situation all that well, but I think this is about as good of a matchup as he's going to get at home against Everton. Uh, so I think he's a good goalkeeper to kind of have here. Clean sheet's super important in Cap 240, as everybody knows. So I think that that's a good card to play here. Um, I like Nagby at home against Atlanta. In the first leg, let's see how he did in leg one at home, the 67. Um, I think he was probably fine away, but they conceded 4 goals. That's never good as a midfielder. -8 on that. So Nagby's going to get his points. He's going to get his 50 to 60 points. And if he gets on the score sheet, could put a big one up. But if you look at his whole season, that's probably not going to happen. But 50 points out of him would be nice. Let's see here. This is the real question mark here. I don't know his forwards very well at all. He doesn't have a unique goalkeeper, so it's not like we can slip a super rare forward in. So we're going to have to play one of his unique forwards here. Germ, it's not his only unique forward. Let me filter this real quick so that you can kind of get a better look. I have, and this is like classic know your gallery shit too, because I don't know his gallery that well. I don't know Kim Ju Chan that well. I know Wisa decently just from watching Prem. Didn't really know his job was on the line, but that 89% kind of worries you a little bit. This guy seems okay. I mean, for what we're looking for here, I think we just want a guy that starts, essentially, with dice roll at a decisive action. Fripp saying that's the Suwon Derby. You got to do it for the fun. Yeah. He's got 2 decisives, it looks like, in his last 3 games. This guy's got like 1 decisive all year, it looks like. Maybe that is the play. Maybe we go with Kim Chan. See what chat thinks between the 2 players. Coke here. I mean, there's a few options at this spot. We could go Maxime. He's away. Coke's at home. This kind of was my deciding factor there. Also, just like looking at recent form, Coke's put up some pretty good numbers. Not that Maxime hasn't, but but yeah, I like Coke here. And I'm like, I do the thing you probably shouldn't do, where you try to spend all your spend your remaining points versus like playing the best play. I still think Coke's the best play. I like playing guys at home. I'm like a Gator guy sellout, playing my guys at home. So I'm gonna roll with Coke. I would like feedback on this forward position. Defender's tough for him too, because he doesn't have any bangers here. I like Rami a lot, but Rami, these 2 subs in a row, I don't think you can put him in an important lineup unless there's something out there that just says he will start. So, I mean, even if you have that, how confident are you that you're going to get a good score out of him? I just don't know. There's other options here too. There's this Turkish guy that's playing on the road against Trabzonspor. Just I don't love that matchup. Bigger cap hit too. This Christian Gamboa guy, Like, I get it. Scores aren't great in the last 10 probably, but he is at home. He's got the highest pick score. It's a B pick score. It's not like we're deciding between like bangers here. Like we have not great options. So I do think this is the right play here, but uh, open to suggestions there as well. Captain, I don't know if it's Nagby or Coke here. Uh, let's do that for now. Let's set it. Let's forget it. We may come back here. He's got plenty of uniques. So there's a good chance we come back here and maybe do some tinkering. Um, let's look at some of his other cards in his matchups. Make sure that we got that going good. I think that this is his biggest play. Wherever we decide to put it is going to be a lineup like this. Man, any of these four guys I like a lot. They got Forrest at home. Man, that's juicy. I mean, if you just want a high floor play, Declan Rice at home against Burnley is a great floor play. Like he's got to get you your 50 plus points. I think you're rocking Griezmann here. I don't know if we want to go Hoffman here. He was so good like early in the season. Man, that's a juicy spot though, isn't it? And then the question is, where do you run this? Yeah, I agree. Taco needs more MLS cards. Like, do we run this in All Star? Do we run this in? I mean, I think the answer is we run this in Champ Euro or something similar to this in Champ Euro. Because then in Global All Star, we can run things like Marvin, and I think he's got some second division goalkeeper options. He has this guy from Hamburg. Not an amazing matchup, but it's decent. I don't hate that. It does feel like he needs some more MLS cards. Or just America cards. Like some South American guys, Mexican guys. He's got some great Champ Euro cards, though. Like DePaul's hurt or something, isn't he? No? He's 100%. Who else we got here? I remember this kid. He was like, where was he? The Monza boy. He was good there. Oh, I didn't know this. Haber also built his lineup, so whoever wins the most rewards is obviously the best manager, and the other should sell up in shame. Scosmo didn't tell me that. That's disappointing. Fripp said, I vote you just log into his Sorare account and start market buying RSL uniques. Fripp, why specifically RSL uniques? I figured you'd be more like a Rapids guy. Go buy all the Rapids. Let's go over to Champion Europe and build this. Do we want the upside of Paqueta over Declan? No, let's go with Declan. Yeah, Axel uniques only. I'm realizing right now, like, how hard it is to build somebody else's lineups. Um, I don't I don't do this a lot. Like, I don't go into other people's lineups. I don't like the people I talk to most, like Jimmer, Surface. I know their galleries decently well, but when it comes to like prioritizing what what I would build for them or what they would do, it's probably completely different than what they do. To be 100% honest. Um, Yeah, looking at somebody else's gallery is just weird. It's really weird. All right, so we got Griezmann captained here. I think I like that. Um, Declan or Hoffman also makes sense. Honestly, you can make a case for any of the outfield players because you got your little stack here. You could captain there, but let's just leave that for now. Let's see what else he has left. He has such a unique gallery because like normally when I look at what I have for the week, I go to plus first. I look at my goalkeepers just to kind of take a peek at what matchups I got. But he doesn't have a single rare goalkeeper in his gallery. At least not one that's playing this game week. So he really does not play in the rare category at all. No rare plus. He is a super rare and unique division boy. So uh, it kind of simplifies things for me because I don't have to worry about which rare pluses to prioritize, which rare lineups that I'm playing. If I need to save a guy for a rare plus lineup somewhere else, it's just go make the best super rare lineups I can. It will get weird because I think that he does do some second division stuff. So I'll be juggling those players probably between All Star and second division. Like Pierce is only for instance here. This is his only super rare goalkeeper for second division. So if I want to play second division, he has to go here. Um, so we'll start with him here. Yeah, his only defender. I might have used his other defender in another lineup, but uh, yeah, his only defender is this unique right here. So let's go with it. We got Marvin. We got this guy. Plays for Azure. At home against St. Etienne's probably not that crazy good of a matchup, but he seems pretty solid. Some decent AA games in here. My boy's winning his duels. Let's throw him in there for now. It looks like he had a couple mid options. I mean, this lineup pretty much made itself. I don't love it, but I almost feel like we're wasting this goalkeeper a little bit because if you look at this guy's numbers, he's excellent. But let's leave it here for now. I don't know if it's I realistically don't know if it's strong enough to win, but we'll leave it there for now. What does he have left? And do we want to go after cap mode? Do we want to go after gas? So this goalkeeper might have issues. Big Steve might have issues. They played today, I think, and he was out. I don't know. I don't know Zenit that well. Out. Sub 65. Looks like they're playing Krasnodar at home. This guy seems like a good cap mode play. Matchup seems decent. 35 cap hit. Probably a good one to save for cap mode. This seems like a good gas play here. Zenit at home. I mean, Krasnodar is good, but maybe he'll just eat a lot of shots. Just don't concede 3, right? Does he have any Zenit defenders to stack here? Doesn't look like it. No. Just a bunch of guys I don't know. Old Jelly Batelli here. I don't know what his deal is, though. Subbed on 45 minutes. Little error led to goal. Injury. Don't love that. This guy seems all right. I don't think I want to play Rammy here. Let's skip defender for a second. Oh, boy. We have Lucas left. Love that. Ooh. What a sexy card right here. It's got the Lanzini super. Is it a West Ham card too? Oh, it is. It's a 2018 West Ham card. Love that. Lanzini's like such a good floor player right now. Like he's taking a lot of sets at River and somehow has gone like this whole stretch with no goals or assists. Like all these games he's 50 plus AA. Not AA, but scores 50 plus with no decisives. Look at this. That's wonderful. Is that a decisive? No. Literally no decisives. Yeah, just as simple as that, Josh. All he needs to do is just add a couple of DAs into his game. So, I mean, realistically, I think Lanzini's going in this lineup because he doesn't have any America lineups. He doesn't have many America cards. You could make a case that Lanzini's a cap mode play. I don't know, 50 cap hit. I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know who else he has that are good cap mode plays, though. Just like scrolling through here. I mean, DePaul is the same. Rodrigo DePaul is the same cap hit. He's 100% to start on here. 41 predictions. He was out last game. Maybe that was the red card suspension. That's what that looks like. So he looks like he'll probably start. We do have this card left over. I don't know if he's got room for another unique lineup. I would assume he does. So maybe we do save Lanzini and we play like Maxime here. Let's actually do this. Let's go to All-Star Unique. Let's see what his best lineup is here before we do Super Rare. I think we like this guy, right? He's at home. He's got some good scores. 100% to start. AA matchup. Gets one of our 3 uniques out of the way. Let's do it. I think this is where it might get dicey, but that's true. He did have a second division U lineup, but let's go look at that. I think that he was out of defenders, so it's either run this lineup, which, yeah, I guess this guy could play here. He's got no forward. So we'd be running it with, let's just make it real quick. Be that, and does he have another defender or something? He does not. Am I missing something here? Fight for Uni was in U23. Let's not do that because I don't think there's a team available. I don't think there's a team to play. Well, there would have been, I guess. Would have had this guy. Yeah. Let's leave those because we don't want to be like Scosmo. We want to be different than Scosmo. Let's go look at All-Star Unique though. And whatever lineup we make here is most certainly not going to be good enough to win. But it might give us some ideas of what else we can do with these guys. We like Maxime, I think, here. This guy's away. We can play this. We can play this forward here. Or we can play him in cap 240, and we could flip him if needed. I don't think it really matters. My concern here is like I just don't feel like this is going to be good enough to win anything. Like this goalkeeper's gonna have a hard time keeping a clean sheet, even though he's at home. He's got Krasnodar. I mean, just looking at past scoring of some of these guys, like okay, he's actually pretty damn good. Maxime's been good the last 2 games, but I don't know, pretty average last 15 or so. This guy's got the 2 DAs in the last 3, and that's kind of about it. We could do something weird with like cap 220 unique, maybe. I mean, Pfeiffer's got a 58 cap hit. Maxime's only 45, 47. It's kind of gross, and it's probably something he would never do. Let's see what that looks like. Actually, before we do that, let's look at prizes for this real quick. You gotta finish top 3. And even if you do, you're ending with a tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. Which probably the tier 5 is worthless, if I had to guess, or close to worthless. So realistically, you have to finish top 2. I won cap 240. Was it cap 240 unique last week? And I won a tier 3 unique. And I got a pretty good card. And the pool was good. Like there was a lot of good cards. I got a guy that was kind of in the middle of the pool or whatever, but it was worth close to an ETH. So there's like seriously good cards in here. And there were a couple cards in there, like there was a Jesus Angulo, a couple cards that were definitely worth, 1.5 to maybe 2.5 ETH or something, like big cards in that tier 3 range. So nothing to laugh about, but you look at the 21 lineups entered, you're looking at Bambi's leftovers, you're looking at Nanzo's leftovers, you're looking at some like heavy hitter gallery guys, their leftovers, which are better than what we have. Not to say that we can't get lucky or whatever, but we need matchups to align really well to win here. And tier 4, there's probably good tier 4 uniques. And then I'll stick by what I said on tier 5 uniques. These cards are probably nearly worthless. But let's go through this real quick and just see if it makes sense at all. Yeah, we're gonna be struggling on that cap. Whew. Let's just filter his uniques for a second. All right. I mean, realistically, actually, before I filter his uniques, let's go look at his goalkeeper with the lowest cap hit. Because that's going to determine who we can play here. And it's this guy that we talked about earlier. He's got a good decent matchup, I guess. He's only a 38 cap hit. So we have 32 to spend here. I don't think that's happening. I mean, we could use a worse defender maybe, but All right, let's see what uniques he's got. Does anybody have anybody real shitty? Doesn't look like it. So the only way this works is if we don't play Pfeiffer here. We could save him for a D2. He's a good enough player. Like, just looking at these previous scores, he'd be great in a Division II lineup. We could play this cat. Yeah, let's see what happens. 42 left over. Does anybody fit that bill? I used to own this guy's card. It's super rare. He's got a hamstring. We need 42. Ugh. This is when you just go buy a card, right? Just go buy a unique. He doesn't have any other forward options, I don't think, that are lower. I mean, there were worse defender options, I think, wasn't there? No. All right. This flat out not going to happen. Unless I miss something at goalkeeper. Yep, not happening. Okay. Well, that was a fun thought. So where do we go from here? We have these uniques that are not top tier. They're not good enough to win a global all-star. Like, I don't think we can play them in global all-star at all. Like, that is not winning. I don't think cap 270 would ever make sense here. This guy's in Challenger. This guy's in Challenger. This guy's in Asia. Does he have another Challenger unique? Well, let's just go look. Easiest way, right? So, man. So no forward uniques. Could run this guy. Man, but away at Trap. Born is not going to play. No, he was kind of like a stud last year. I don't know what's going on with him. Is it Ajax now? Just not playing a lot. All right. So we could do something like that. Man, it feels like such a waste. We got Noah Lang's brother here or something. We got Christoph. I think this is super frustrating when you have a gallery with this many super rares and uniques and not a lot of what I feel like options. Like, I feel pretty stuck here. Like, we could do this. We could do this. Can it win? 4 prizes. Average score needed 480. Is there a way to see? Does anybody know? Is there a way to see? Yeah, okay. Historically, what this lineup would have done? Man, all those guys banged that last game week. That's probably him pretty much hitting the nuts with that lineup. The reason I don't want to do this is I think Pfeiffer could be good in a D2 somewhere. I think Maxime could be good in a D2 somewhere. Let's do that. Let's use Pfeiffer in either All-Star or Challenger SR, and then let's use Maxime in the other one. And then we won't use this guy. We won't use any of these other uniques. I think that might be the play. Let's see. Yeah. Oh boy. TrippinB just messaged me. He's headed home from the bar now. He's gonna make it here just in time for us to flip the table, you know? We're gonna flip the whole fucking table. And he's gonna be like, all right, we're starting over. With that said, I better get done so that he can flip the table on me. So let's not do that. Let's do Challenger Super Rare. Let's do All-Star Super Rare. And we'll use those cards that we just talked about. So now the question is, do we go for the stronger lineup in Challenger or All-Star? 27 cards in Challenger Super Rare. Need about 400 points. $57 cards, need about 400 points. Let's put the strongest lineup in gas, and then kind of see what we got left over. Hopefully, I don't waste cards that we could have used otherwise. But actually, an important note here is he does not have another Challenger goalkeeper. So we can't use him. Let's go make Challenger first. Or he does. Where does this guy? Oh, he's in Croatia. Ugh. It's considered to be a better matchup early on the road. All right, let's do that. No. Let's do All-Star first, since we know we got that guy. I like Pfeiffer here, and then we'll save Maxime for the other lineup. Although I suppose we need to know what mids we have and which defenders we got, but we can play Pfeiffer in that other lineup too. So he must like this guy. He's got two of them. He's got the rainbow stack. I like Paqueta here a lot. Coman's been on fire. They're at home against a newly promoted team. I know Kamik is out. I know Musiala's out. I don't know why he's only 90% to start. Let's see what old Play Sharper says. They got Coman 75%, Nabry 15. I don't mind this play either. Although I like the play at home. Honestly, even if Coman doesn't start, I think Coman's scoring. He can sub on and score. Yeah, so I talked to Scosmo on the side, and Josh is saying he said to Haber, 240, unique champ, uh, SR Super Gas, Super U23, SR 240, are his priorities. If that helps in any way, I kind of want to just like go completely against what his priorities are, and just build lineups and kind of see what happens. Um, Also using light mode on a Solar Dark after using light mode on Solar After Dark stream seems very off brand. It's probably true. Dylan, what's up, baby?
Oh, am I in?
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm getting beamed up again.
you, but
I'm getting beamed up by my light here.
he
What's
joining
up?
himself is fucking horrible.
I heard Trippin didn't make it, so I couldn't leave you hanging by yourself.
He just left the bar, so he's on his way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep you company for a few minutes.
Have you watched any of this so far?
There's a little something better. What's that?
Have you watched any of this so far?
No, but I wanted to join because I didn't know who's Scosmo.
Scosmo. That's how
I
I
didn't know who
pronounce it.
Scosmo was until he started hanging around in our Discord chat. I didn't realize how whaley.
Oh, he's very whaley.
Very
Whaley.
whaley.
He's like total degen whale though. Like he's got some wild cards in his gallery. He's got a ton of guys I have no fucking clue who they are. And then he's got guys like Paqueta and Coleman, and he's got a Declan Rice. Here's what I've said so far.
Have you asked him like what his buying strategy is, or it's just like I see it, I like it?
I don't know what his like strategy in like acquiring cards is. Yeah. We didn't really chat about that. But he did. This is what he told Haber, because I guess Haber set his lineups too. He said that 240 unique champion, SR gas, SR U23, SR 240 are his priorities. And like I think one of his things, I think one of Scosmo's things was like he's frustrated. He's not doing real well recently. I think maybe a good thing is to not listen to what his priorities are.
I like that.
Coming from the player hater of the year, I like that.
I like that a lot. Yeah, 71 super rares. Yeah, damn.
Did that freeze up for you?
When I switch yeah, your screen's blank. I hear you fine though.
Yeah, let me stop sharing that real quick.
Just don't get me on this lineup builder. I can't do that.
The lineup builder. Yeah. So this is what I built so far for him. I made my biggest priority the Cap 240 unique team. And
which, I mean, if you're running bad, go get that threshold.
Right. And I think this team, like, seriously has a good shot at it. He's got 4 of the 5 guys are playing at home. He's got Nagby at home, who's been like Nagby's been solid.
Plus, all you just need Nagby to churn.
Nagby's 50 merchant. He'll go get his 50. This guy's weird. He's kind of a shitbag. Like, let me just pull up his scores real quick.
Well, did I just see a Bochum tag? Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Bochum's horrible. And his club name, Scosmo's club name is Bochum Boys. That's all you need to know.
I like him because he's at home. They're playing Colm, and Colm's like last in the league. If he starts, he can maybe go get you 45, 50 points. Is my thought.
And that team, the forwards playing, that's a good matchup to go get a goal. It looks like
this guy right here.
Yeah, that Clover team. Are they any good this year? I thought they were bad. They were very bad last year.
I think they're better this year because they got relegated, right? So they're second division team, and I think that they've been doing all right. Okay. Where's he at? Yeah, so they're in 6th place. They're 4th place team. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. Go get your $500 if you're running bad.
He's got one decisive in his last like 20 games. It looks like not ideal, but
maybe I thought play PLEA. I thought he was a bit better AA wise.
it doesn't matter though because I can't play 2 super rares here, and he doesn't have any
super rare. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't have any unique goalkeepers. So honestly, that would be my one bit of feedback for him is go get a unique goalkeeper that you can just fucking plug in here every week, and then you can play a really good super rare every once in a while.
Just spend more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just spend more.
Yep. You're running bad. Spend more.
I do have a Fabianski unique I could sell him because he's a big West Ham guy.
Get like 4 more games out of that thing.
Captain Coke, I don't know. The lineup feels all right. Like, this guy's got Everton at home, so you get clean sheet potential.
Yeah,
no guarantee, of course, but clean sheet potential. Coke's at home playing Villarreal. Looks like Villa is down a little bit this year. I don't know. I think that this lineup has a good chance at getting threshold.
I like it. Yep. And then,
all right,
if it's going that bad, what did you do? SR 240 next?
No.
Super rare. Okay.
This lineup just kind of made itself because he's got all these elite level Champ Europe cards. I love the Napoli stack here, and like I think that has to go here. They're at home against bottom of the table team. You got Declan at home against Burnley. Like, come on, Declan's he's gonna churn and maybe get a decisive, right?
I mean, Trafford's letting in 3.
Yeah, and maybe he gets a lucky assist. A square ball over to Saka or something. Griezmann, I feel like he's the obvious captain choice here. Maybe I'm wrong. Doesn't matter. Jonas Hoffman, home against Berlin, who, what was it? They were on like a crazy winless streak, right? And then they tied today.
Yeah, but Hoffman's been crushing at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
That's a great lineup.
Yeah, I like that one.
Division Europe, has that gotten any more competitive? I don't play it, so
I think it's pretty soft division, but
I like it. Go get that podium.
I don't think that lineup's good enough to podium.
I mean, it's got a score of 69. So
sounds like podium, right?
Yeah. What are we sipping on tonight?
Well, the old Woodford Reserve. Well, a little 90 proof,
Love that.
I'm gonna be hurting tonight, but I'll feel good in the morning.
I think I'm playing a little work hooky tomorrow. Do a little fall golfing.
Ooh, that will be fun. Do you have like a little foursome you got going on, or are you just gonna go play by yourself?
No, I think my brother's playing hooky as well.
Very good. Yeah, so I got this shitty team. Whatever, it's a team.
I like it. I'm looking for a cap. I'm looking at cap 240 SR now. If you're running back, get that threshold.
See, what I wanted to do before I did cap 240 SR was just go make his best team an all-star super rare.
Okay.
Which I think is Zenit's goalkeeper. I think it's this Manuel Pfeiffer guy who he seems to love. He's got his unique and super rare. So we'll plug him in there. He's at home. Yeah. They're dogs, which is not great. But if you just look at his scoring history, the dude seems solid. Like, regardless of who they're playing, he seems solid. Midfielder, he has like Paqueta. He's got Lanzini, which Lanzini does have that lower cap hit. Like, he could be a cap boy potentially.
Yeah, put that in the bucket of things I didn't know. Lanzini is at River Plate now, huh?
Yeah, wow. And he's like on a lot of sets too.
Yeah. You know, I
And
love me a boy that bets. I love me a Lucas Paqueta.
so I don't know this guy at all, Jankovic, but and
Croatia.
that's not a great matchup against Zagreb.
Mhm.
But look at these fucking scores.
Cheat code, almost.
So I think Lanzini is going to go into. Let's play Lanzini in cap 240. Let's play Paqueta and Jankovic here, and then I like Coman here. They're playing against some dog shit newly promoted team. Uh, he may not
Cool.
start, but even if he doesn't start, he's going to sub on and score, right?
Yeah, and that cap hits too much to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too. All right, we want to captain Paqueta or Jankovic.
Or West Ham. Or West Ham till we die.
Yeah, they're at home against Nottingham. And I don't know if you saw Paqueta just went fucking crazy today. I think he had a 100.
Great goal, too. Great goal.
92, sorry, 92. Let's do it. All right, let's do cap 2. Before we do cap 240, the problem is he has like a really limited number of challenger players. And I don't want to like prevent like we can't waste this goalkeeper, although that goalkeeper is a good cap play. Let's see how good this lineup is. And if we don't like the lineup, then we'll tear it up and we'll move this guy into cap 240. I think we like Maxim here. I mean, we have this guy too, but I don't know. Like his previous scores don't seem that great. I like this. I like this card. He seems to like this Pfeiffer guy a lot. And I'm not playing old Jelly Batelli.
He will start, though.
Yeah, we'll play this boy.
Jelly Batelli will start. That might be a good cap play.
You think so?
It's just the right matchup. Antwerp's been a bit down this year, though. I mean, he's 100% starting this week.
Yeah. Cap hits 46. Like, yeah. And they are good favorites, so maybe that will be a good cap mode play for us. This guy's a smasher right here. At least in the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I need to up my Austrian knowledge.
We also got this guy, but they're away to Trabs. I don't know. Look, we're not using this guy in cap mode. We're not using him in cap mode, so let's play him here.
True.
Oh, TrippinB is about to join us. We're gonna have a little threesome.
Yeah, bring him in, and I'll probably be logging off before too long.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I got my own trash lineups to make. Well, City out, my other MLS goalkeeper out, and we're getting a little thin. I think I've only got like 6 or 7 lineups this weekend.
Do you have any MLS? Do you have any MLS goalkeepers left?
Nope. And then I'm very certain T. Grace goalkeeper is going to rest. So that's another lineup down. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on Atlas, man? Do you think Atlas might rest Camilo?
I don't have the luxury to think about that.
Can Atlas make the playoffs?
No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Yep. So they're 4 points back with 1 game to go. No chance.
No chance. But what's his name? Roach has come back after a 3-game suspension. I think he'll play just because it's captain. I feel like they'd want to end on a high.
Oh yeah, we've Peyton wants to know y'all ever heard of Alan Montez?
I love and hate Alan Montez. I wish I owned an Alan Montez, but not.
What about his brother?
What's that?
You like his brother?
I don't like that his brother is in a very good league or a league that's better than his skill set.
Yeah,
wish
I
his
think
brother.
I think there were rumors that Cesar Montez was going to come back to he was going to
America.
come back to like um
He's
was it
going to come back to
Necaxa?
America.
Well, oh, that's right, it was America.
hmm
Yeah,
No, it was going to be like a smash move,
right.
but he
I
went to the worst team in Spain.
I made a bunch of offers actually on Cesar just because I thought that he might make that move, and they all got declined. And thank God, because that wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
Alan
great.
Montez is good, and I think his price is right to gamble on him. If you would have asked me like 2 months ago, I would have said just no, just wait.
Well, somebody way overpaid. Was it Pranksy that bought Montez or
No,
Bambi?
oh gosh, it was ridiculous. That was more than 3 months ago at this point. It
Let me see if I can
was
just share my whole window and I'll pull this up.
July 25th. Team Bambi paid 0.7 for an Alan Montez super rare. The last two sales are below 0.1.
Yeah, let's pull that up real quick.
Yeah,
This
Germ
one right here.
Cesar did decline it, but he would have came back to Mexico if no one else. If he would have had this, he would have went back to Mexico if he had to stay in La Liga too. He was not
The
going to stay in La Liga too.
recent history of Mexicans in Europe has not been great, and I almost feel like bring them all back. We had a little. Remember the little phase the U.S. had of that? It was like Dempsey came back and Michael Bradley came back, and I think there was like 5 or 6 guys that were all overseas that all came back. I think Mexico needs to do that. Bring Raul Jimenez back. Bring Cesar back. They brought Linez back.
I just, it was just such a bad move. Almera or whatever, how you pronounce them, they're so bad.
You know who else they need to bring back?
That man can do whatever he wants.
You know what's funny is I didn't realize that this team selling whatever I didn't realize they had cards on the platform. So the other day I saw somebody won a Memo Ochoa and I was like, what? He has new cards?
Yeah, all of Syria, and I mean, his scores aren't great, but he's going to come back to America at some not Team America. He's going to come back to Champ America at some point. And he's going to play till he's 40. He's already said he's going to play in the next World Cup. 1.12 is not bad.
I mean, how bad is that for like all these young upcomer goalkeepers that want a chance to play, and Memo's just like, well, I'll be 40, I'll be 41 and I'm still going to be there.
I think the thing is they do give them a chance, not much of a chance, but they do give them a chance. And that's like Malagon was terrible, made errors. Carlos Acevedo is getting injured way too much.
He's getting injured and he's on such a bad team that,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, maybe part of Santos's issue is like obviously their big issue is defending sets, and maybe that's partially on Acevedo. Well, I guess you can't say that because even when he was out hurt, they were conceding constantly on sets.
Yeah, for Peyton's point though, yeah, for 0.01, I'm not trading. I'm holding Alan Montez for 0.01 for sure.
Yeah.
See what he does next year. But
is that what he's worth right now, 0.01?
That's his
he's
rare
definitely a hold.
0.01.
Yeah, he's definitely a hold, I would say.
So they auctioned off his super rare right after game week 388, and he had just dropped a 73 and 92 and 55, and Bambi paid 0.7 for the guy.
Yeah.
You got to go back like 6 months. Yeah.
0.7. And then it's crazy to look at the next sale of 0.07. It's literally a negative 10x on that.
It's like So Rare's not dead. After seeing that.
Hold on, I gotta send a link to Danny.
I love.
He's gonna love to join and see Alan Montez here.
Germ's speaking my language here, just talking about Mexican goalkeeper rumors.
We're not gonna get done with Scosmo's lineups because
I'm gonna log off, and then we're gonna stop talking about Liga MX. Camilo could move. I thought the America rumors kind of chilled out because I thought they were happy with Malagon. But I do think Acevedo moves. I saw a Chivas Acevedo move. And
when have you not seen?
It's true.
Acevedo to Chivas. That's a rumor every window.
It makes a lot of sense.
Camilo,
I don't think Acevedo goes to Atlas though.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a
well, that's what Germ's speculating here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they want to. I don't think that they really want to flip their big name players between their own. Or leggy group or whatever. They want to cash in, and they want to sell these players for big bucks to Tigres and to Monterrey and overseas. They don't want to be just flipping these products like these players that are worth a lot of money between their own teams that they own.
But I do think Hologuin's ready, or at least I want him to be ready. I'm gonna speak.
Yeah, but I mean, like selling him off to Chivas would make sense. I think Vargas to Cruz Azul makes sense. Vargas to America makes 0 sense unless Malagan is wanting to go to Europe or something, or go to a bigger club somewhere.
They're unhappy with Malagan.
Yeah.
But I did see that rumor to America like last tournament. But I haven't seen it much this tournament.
Right.
I have seen Azul.
I have seen that as well. Look at this pretty bastard.
Oh.
Are you talking about me or Alan Montez? I fucking love that guy.
All right, why do you love him so much? Let's hear it.
I love him because I want him. He's a TrippinFC reward legend.
Let's go.
I mean, I won him when he was like a tier 5. He was like a tier 3, I think, at one point earlier this season. He's now down to like a tier 5 when I won him. So,
well, we were talking about this sale right here. Do you remember this one?
Whoa, I don't. I got his rare, not his super.
So Bambi bought him for 0.7 right after he ripped off the 73 and 92.
Right. It's like, hey, let's go get him. You know, who the hell is Alexis Pena anyway?
I guess not Liga Insider. I guess Bambi didn't realize Necaxa was like your seller team.
And it's funny because after that,
hang on a second, guys. I accidentally locked my cat out on my deck. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
After that 73, 92, 55, those were literally his first 3 professional games ever.
Yeah.
And he just rips off 0.7. Antonio Rodriguez is a fun roller coaster, I agree. And I love Tijuana. It holds a special place in my heart.
I don't know. When I first jumped in and I was backstage, I saw that was Dylan. Dylan, what's up, man? How you doing, dude?
Dude, I'm just so glad that we took down the Santos stack last night in Rivals.
Screenshots. Let's see the screenshots.
Well, I mean,
I'm just mad I didn't put Zap points on it. You at least challenged him on the Zap. I was too scared because I knew that. So here's how this went down: is like I knew Black has all the Santos Pro cards, right? So it's like I can't risk my Zap points. I can't go into the arena here against this guy. But that was like my first thought process. And then when I actually like built the lineup to go against him in just a friendly, I was like, well, F it. Santos is the underdog here. All his cards are useless. I'm just going to stack the opponent, and it worked out. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
How the hell do I find? Okay, match history. Okay.
Yeah, it's the UI needs some work on Rivals for sure.
Not that.
Yeah,
Challengers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to even talk about here. Santos conceded 3, and everybody just ran. Everybody just ran Monterey stacks against me.
Because Monterey was favored.
I get it. I get it. You know what? This game is so unfair.
Even with pro cards in the mix, you got to play the team that's going to win, right?
Well,
I mean,
the thing is,
if
Santos would have held 2, and I didn't sub in Bertarami, I would have lost. If Santos would have had if Santos would have lost 2-0, and Black would have won with the XP for sure.
I was beating like half my competitors until they conceded 3.
Yeah.
And then he got guillotined. He lost another 6 points or whatever. He lost another 2. He lost another 2 or 3. It was not great. Not great.
Wait, hang on, fellas. I got breaking news. This is a milestone. I'm gonna. I just reached a new milestone that I'm really proud of.
Oh.
I just shared my screen. You can put it up, Black. I just hit my 25th arena game. I've played 25 arena games in Rivals, baby. I'm going to claim my 500 SO coins, and I'm just dreaming of all the jerseys that I have no chance to click for now with these extra SO coins.
I'll be honest. I didn't know that you could get SO coins and stuff. Like what?
Yeah.
This
was new when this part launched when they did the instant buy. This was like the same day as instant buys. They put SO coin achievements on the Rivals. Like when the Rivals beta first started, it didn't have the SO coins, but then they added them. So I'm kind of an OG. I'm like an OG Rivals beta guy. You know, I'm like from week 1 instead of week 2. So.
Well, hey boys, I wanted to fill in for you, Trippin. I didn't want to leave Black hanging until you got back from the bars. You boys finish out Scosmo's lineups and actually make sure he gets them entered into So Rare before he gets too drunk.
Appreciate you filling in, Dylan.
Dylan, it's great to see you, bro.
Take care, boys.
You missed it, man. I was struggling. I decided to just like start this baby up by myself. And I don't got those Emmy awards over my shoulder, so I need a little help.
You don't love to hear yourself talk as much as I do. Solo's rough, man. I'm impressed, but thank you for inviting me to the best So Rare show on the internet, So Rare After Dark. Obviously, everybody knows that. And thanks to Dylan for I was so honored to get the invite, and I was like, well, I have a thing. I actually had kind of a business late happy hour with some folks, some contacts in the MLS world. Let's just put it that way. Some MLS contacts, and now I'm here. And now we got Toasty. I got some good off the record stories that I can't share. I can't even share who they're from, but and now I'm nice and toasty and ready to talk to y'all.
Did they have anything to do with Latanzio?
Did anything happen with Charlotte FC? Did we finally fire the manager that nobody liked? I guess I don't know. I feel bad because I didn't think he was going to get sacked, and because they finished the season, I was like, well, it seems like they didn't sack him the day after, so maybe they're going to stick with him. And then there was more. What I didn't know was they were kind of doing a 2-week evaluation of everything, and then at the end of that, they decided to sack his ass. So I was kind of resigned to him coming back.
You know what? I respect. I respect a club that gives their coach the opportunity to play out the entire year, fight it out, give him the chance to keep his job, win his job, whatever, versus what something like a small club like Minnesota United does and gets desperate at the end of the year and fires their coach with 2 games left.
Horrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
In that case, it was the only coach they've ever had at MLS, right? I mean, like Adrian Heath is not.
He's been there forever.
Top liver.
Yeah. Never seen anything like that. So,
And
kudos
they
to Charlotte.
failed in their playoff dreams, right? So,
Well, yeah, I don't know what do you think's going to happen? You're three points back with like a game left. Like,
right.
what do you think's going to happen? Like, you're going to bring somebody in new that has like some great idea. He's going to make your players better.
Right. And then what happened? The interim benched Bongi Halongwane in the must-win decision.
Is that what he ended up doing?
Game. Yeah, they didn't even have Bongi starting. So it's like, what? Like, I don't think Heath would have done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad. Like, I'm glad Latanzio got the opportunity to finish, and I'm glad that he's not. And I think he's a decent person. I'm getting old and sentimental. I used to be like the young cocky asshole, right? You know, like just full of piss and vinegar, and just like fuck that guy, fire his ass.
Right.
You know. Now I'm an old middle-aged man. I just like I feel bad. I think about like, well, he's probably he's got kids. You know.
Yeah, you're like he's got a family. He's in like. Whatever, he'll get a new head coaching job next year, and
I know, right. Or
he'll be just fine.
He worked for Man City for like 3 or 4 years. I think he's doing okay. Ooh. So yeah.
Let me do this. Dylan hopped on and did not help at all with lineups.
Yeah, we do have a purpose for being here, right?
Dylan wanted to talk Mexican soccer, and that was fun. But I'll tell you what, let me finish this shitty lineup.
I love it. So this is, I need to get familiarized myself with Scosmo's gallery. That's the one thing
his gallery is bizarre.
I love it. I'm looking it up right now.
He's got lots of Croatians, lots of second division guys.
I love it. It's going to be a long, boring winter for him with those Croatians for sure. I know what that's all about. I got to say, first off, shout out to Germ and Taco Slayer for being in the chat and joining us. We love you guys. Thanks for being here. Germ, what happened to my whatever happened to my Jaylen Brown rare card that you were going to trade for my Peyton Watson super rare, Germ? That's the real question. I think we're all sitting here wondering why the communication on that trade went silent last year when it seemed like it was locked up. But DCTID or whatever the acronym is, we all Dallas till I die, all of that shit for sure. But I love you, Germ. But I will never forget that those trade negotiations disappeared. Anyway, I like the teams. They all look good to me.
I mean, here's the deal. He told somebody, I guess Haber's doing his lineups as well. And he told Haber that like some of his big priorities were the cap 240. Here's what it was. He said to Haber, 240 unique, champ super rare, gas super rare, U23 super rare, which I don't know. I don't see elite U23 players in here to really be playing U23, but maybe I'm missing something.
You know who I don't see? Fucking Haber. I don't give a fuck what Haber did with any of these lineups. I said scrap them. Scrap them all. We're the experts. We're the ones that are here.
There you go. Yeah, so like I think his biggest priority should be cap 240 unique. Go in your $500.
Always.
He's got the cards to do it.
Got it.
So I put what I thought was his best team here. This defender kind of sucks. Johnston's at home against Everton. That's a clean sheet opportunity. Let's go get a clean sheet here. 60, 70 points, something like that.
I like that you have 4 home players. Four home players is great in a cap lineup always.
Yep. Nagby at home against Atlanta. He's going to turn 50, 60 points, right?
Probably.
This guy's probably not going to score a goal, but he's going to start.
That's a revenge game for Nagby too. So there you go.
Right. Yeah.
He won the cup with Atlanta.
What, three revenge games in a row?
Yeah.
And then I captain Coke. I mean, at home, whatever. They're huge favorites.
Is
captain the guy.
What's the defender's name? I'm squinting to read it.
It's Christian Gamboa.
Christian Gamboa, really? The Costa Rican?
Bochum boy.
Isn't he a Costa Rican? Isn't he a Costa Rican international? Former something. He played for somebody back in the day. I like it. Could he be the captain? Is the only question I'm wondering.
Who, Gamboa?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a cap hit of 37. If you want to look at his previous scores, they're pretty bad.
I don't like that. Yeah. I'm not sure about Nagby. I don't know. I guess you captain Koke there. He's got the upside, right?
This guy has actually been kind of rough. Like,
who did he used to play for?
Good question. Bochum for a long time.
He's a Bochum boy. He's Bochum till he dies. BTID.
Yeah. Which is funny because I think Scosmo is Bochum till he dies.
That's the name of his club here on Sober Data, Bochum boys. So.
Yeah.
How great did he feel when he bought his first few Bochum cards?
He probably loved it.
I'm looking. I don't see. I can't. I'm brought up his I've got access to his gallery now on my side, but I don't see the saved lineups. But that's fine.
Yeah. His Champ Euro team's pretty easy. He's got the Napoli stack. They're at home, bottom table team. Declan at home against Burnley.
Right.
Griezmann at home. Jonas Hoffman at home. Easy lineup, right?
I mean, you could put Paqueta in, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Paqueta plays really well in this lineup too.
Right.
Gas lineup with Koeman and this Jankovic guy. He seems to really like this Manuel Pfeiffer. He's at home. Right. I don't think it's a great matchup, but he's at home. So,
and he obviously would he replace Koke potentially or no? In the cap lineup, same cap hit.
This guy's 58. This guy's 56. And I only have 1 point.
Again.
So no dice there.
Yeah, we're
close
off.
Though.
You're all just like in draft. Like if I know you're not a huge DraftKings guy, there was always this phenomenon when you played DraftKings. There's like a $50,000 salary cap. You'd always be $100 off of like the perfect lineup, like every fucking time.
Yeah, which, like honestly, I feel like that's probably a flaw in the way that I set lineups sometimes because I always try to spend to the cap, which is probably not always the optimal strategy.
Yeah. I think if you get within, I would never put in a lineup under 230, but anywhere between 230 and 240, I think is good.
Yeah, unless you have like a 0, then like maybe.
Whoa. Yeah, but if you have a 0, then you're like jamming in 460s, right?
Well, maybe you don't want to waste your best players in that.
Yeah,
lineup. I don't know.
That's true. But if you win cap 240, you have a chance to get Bruno Fernandes, right?
Yeah, that's what Laird won, right?
Laird won, yeah. I told him to sell. He should have.
I think you're 100%. I mean, just looking at what rare cards have done, if your advice was ever sell, you were right.
Right. I'm in minor denial. I don't think I've fully accepted the new reality of rare cards being super cheap. Like people have been like, "Oh man, you can buy a whole rare team for the cost of one threshold." That doesn't seem sustainable, but hey.
You know what's funny though? Like still, like even that card being worth $1,500 is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. Seems crazy to me that you can win a card worth $1,500 and just sell it like that.
Yeah, it would sell. People, there is still some idiots out there like me that like to try to play SO5s. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do think that like there's a lot of like, I don't know. I think Scosmo is a good example of somebody that kind of like, I don't know when he dropped all of his rares, but he doesn't own a single rare.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay, so these are the teams.
These are going to pretty much be the teams. We have more teams to do.
Okay.
I've not done his cap 240 team. He may does he have? Yeah, does he might have a U23 goalkeeper left? No, did I waste his U23 goalkeeper on something?
Probably.
He's not U23.
He's stuck with it.
He's not. Is this guy U23? I think he is.
Who?
Yeah.
Lavra?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, until next year.
So I think usually he sets a U23 lineup.
And it's like if you're playing U23, that's almost always one of the first ones you set, right? Because you got to get those guys out of the way.
Should we try to play U23 for him, or should we just say fuck it?
What I always do is, so this is my process. This is some elite contest selection methodology here. What you do is You go to the prize pools. You go like if you share my screen for a second here.
Yep, you got it.
And you go to the prize pools. As you'll notice, I haven't done any of my teams yet. Let me delete all these fake teams. I care more about Scosmo's teams than my own teams tonight. I just want everyone to give me some love for that. What I do is I check the prize pool. So I look, and what I would do here is I would go to U23. Where is it? I think I skipped over it. Maybe. Let's just go to super rare competitions. So what I would do is I would go to U23, right? And I would say, look, okay, so there's 33 prizes for 95 entrants, so about 1 in 3 wins. And then what you had him in Challenger. In Challenger, it's 27 prizes for 76, so that's like a 1 in 3 as well. So it's about the same odds. And then I would just do whatever I wanted anyway, regardless of that's my elite process. Yeah.
See, the only time I do that is when I'm playing in like a really exclusive division. Like if I'm playing in like Champ America Unique when there's like nobody playing.
Right.
And there's like 6 lineups here and 12 there. Dylan actually brings up a wonderful point. Is there a star in either of those two divisions?
Exactly. That is. I do start to dig a little deeper, and what I usually do is my computer's being really slow calling up this prize pool. But what I do is I don't look at the total number of prizes. I just look at the stars and tier 1s. I'm like, which division has the most stars and tier 1s? That's what I actually do go for.
Yeah.
Because I think you play the game for upside. I've been, again, coming from DraftKings in the world that I've been used to playing fantasy, where it's like top 1 or 2 or else go F yourself. You know, like first place gets $1 million, second place gets a set of steak knives, as DFS legend Blenderhead likes to say. It's you got to play for the top. You got to go for first place and just go for it. So Challenger Europe is giving
T1,
not a star. It's given a tier 1 and then just one tier 1, then a bunch of tier 2s. What's U23 given? A tier 1 and then a bunch of tier 2s. So they're about they're similar. The prize pools are very similar. I would chase U23. Yeah,
a U23 tier 1 is like a star.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And there's more. Just overall, there's a more larger raw number of prizes. There's 33 prizes compared to 27. So
I'll tell you what. Let's do this real quick. Let's go to. Let's do this. Let's make the best U23 team he can possibly make, showing the picked players. I won't save it, but if we love it, maybe we will save it.
I'm in. Let's just give him a bunch of shit lineups.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could do that. Does he have any other uniques that would maybe make sense? It looks like no. Maybe this.
Go deeper. I cut you off, but go deeper into your whole like philosophy about getting rid of all rare cards and how that works.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. So, well, it's not my philosophy because I haven't done it, but Colonel Dickweed wanted to say goodnight, fellers. Fun doing teams concurrent with y'all.
Salute to you, Colonel Dickweed. You know,
yeah.
It has been the greatest honor and privilege of my life to serve with you, Colonel.
Yeah. No, like I don't know when he sold out of those cards, but like it almost sounds like he timed it pretty good because those rare cards have dropped quite a bit in value. And I've actually had that thought at some point, like, hey, does it make sense to sell all my rares and then buy a few more super rares or uniques and then like really compete in those divisions?
Yeah.
The answer is no, though, because that's not fun.
Yeah, right. It's like the eternal thing. And people have this conversation with themselves when it's limited up to rare. It's not just rare up to super rare up to unique, whatever level you're playing at. Like you have these decisions of like which direction do I progress best in? And like, I don't know. I think it's still fairly accepted common knowledge, wisdom that D3, the rare plus division is like where the best prizes are overall, right? But maybe with the crash of rare prices, that's not true anymore.
I would say it's not.
Yeah.
But like I think as long as you look at a division and you think that the better cards that you can win in that division are still cards that you desire or you would be interested in winning to sell, then you should keep competing. And that's why I stopped playing in limited, because at some point it was like, oh, even if I want a Mbappe limited, it was worth 0.2 or something. And it's just like, honestly, I've never won an Mbappe. I've never won the best star card on the platform, whether it's Mbappe, Neymar at the time, or Haaland, or just whoever.
Kimmich.
Yeah. I've not won those cards. So like the chances of me winning it in limited, where there's a billion more lineups, is just not going to happen. It was like, all right, well, there's no point in me playing there.
What do you think about Taco Slayer? So this is the hardest thing for me, because this comment that Taco Slayer has up is something that I think about often with my So Rare collection.
Yep.
And I talk about with friends and like bounce ideas off of a lot. So is this the time? Are we at a nexus point where card values are crashing at the same time as price is going up? Is it really sell all your cards, wait 3 months for a crypto pump, and then buy back in? That might make the most economic sense from a pure, money strategy point of view. Do you agree, disagree?
I mean, ETH could go to $1,500 tomorrow.
Sure. It's easy. I know Taco Slayer's saying it a little slightly tongue in cheek. Obviously, This is not 100% serious, but like on a day like today in particular, where ETH
today was fun.
Like ETH was up like 12% today, something like that. Like it was a nice pump. Maybe higher, maybe 20, maybe close to 20. It was up like $300 on. Not
financial advice. What in the global economic like stage that we're at makes us think that we're ready for a bull run in any market?
This is financial advice. Buy low, sell high. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're ready. Like, I don't think that we're in a crypto bull market, or I don't think that we're approaching crypto bull market.
Right. Isn't it the belief? Isn't it the belief in some the projected belief that some positive regulatory frameworks are in the pipeline, and people are bullish on the future of regulation of crypto, and that's kind of fueling a slight pump in crypto the last week or so? Is that the case?
Taco said flight to safety, roaring inflation hedge. I just don't think that's ever.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's ever been like people moving their money into gold, warflation. Like, I don't know. I
used to be one of those naive people that bought the lie of cryptocurrency being a store of value against fiat. That's not true. Crypto is fake. It's just fake speculation, digital plaything to mess around with and have fun with.
Digital nonsense.
You can definitely like trade if you know how to trade well with the arbitrage and all that. Obviously, you can do well, but I don't ever see someday. I used to think that maybe there was some day where like cryptocurrency would replace dollars. I certainly think that's naive thinking now.
I still believe in that world.
Really?
But I think that we're still pretty far away from it.
Are you going to live to see it? Yeah, exactly. You're not a spring chicken, buddy.
I don't know. Yeah. Ouch.
I think you're younger than me.
I think I am. I'm 39.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You merely adopted the grunge movement. I was born in it, What can I say?
Yeah. I kind of agree with that, Taco. Here's the deal. I'm happy ETH is up, and I hope it keeps going up, and I hope Bitcoin keeps going up. But I think that this is like a fake bull.
Mm-hmm.
Like early. I don't think we're bullish yet.
What would happen?
When is the next halvening? Bitcoin halvening?
We're halfway there. We're always halfway to a halvening. That's what I always say. Zeno's paradox. But what I would say is what I want to know is, what do you think? Let's say just crazy outlier nonsense happens, and ETH, which I believe is around 2,000, 2,100 as we speak today, the price of ETH. Let's say that, let's say it shoots to 6,000. Let's say ETH triples in the next 2 weeks. What is everyone doing with their so rare galleries? Is it just call Pavel immediately, or what's the?
Well, you know who's not buying galleries at that point?
No, anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, trust me, Powell's got a lot of ETH sitting on the side, and
No doubt. Has to. Yeah, for sure.
With that said, I don't know. I feel like we've gone through this before, and yeah, there's some people that think that moving their selling their cards and moving into ETH is the play, and then there's other people that just keep playing. And like, honestly, I think my perspective is always don't do anything rash. If I want a little bit more ETH exposure, just sell a few more of my cards. If I want and hold that ETH. If I am fearful and I don't want exposure to ETH because I think it's going to go down or something, then maybe I'll buy more either stablecoin or I'll buy more SoRare cards. Mm-hmm. But then honestly, like with the way the SoRare market is, like all we've seen in the past two years probably, or year and a half, is card values go down. So like we know that that's probably not a safe place.
Things were still even in like even 12 months ago, things were still pretty decent. Even like up to January 23, things were not.
Yeah, it was right when EPL launched in January is when we really started to see things kind of tank.
Which was like obviously the opposite of, everyone was like, oh, Premier League license, we're rich. Premier League license, we're rich. It was the exact opposite. And there's reasons for that. It ultimately does boil down to supply and demand. I always say my terminology I always use is SoRare needs to become part of the fantasy furniture of life. Like when you think fantasy sports, you think ESPN, Yahoo, DFS, but it's SoRare doesn't quite have that sort of default, recognition in a lot of people's heads. But in 10 years they might. You never know. Yeah,
that's fair.
To buy the rumor, sell the news. My favorite Taco Slayer mantra: buy the rumor, sell the news, for sure. I don't know. It's a pointless exercise for me because my gallery, I basically I'm risk free in SoRare, thankfully. Like if it all went to zero, I would not lose actual income because of like early crypto investments. But at one point, I just got bored with crypto and like sold it all off and put it all into SoRare. So like and then I used that instead of like buying good cards that could actually like become real investments, and like buying Carlos Heel super rares and buying a Kimmich or whatever. When I put like 5 ETH on the site, I just bought a bunch of Charlotte FC uniques and bullshit like that, and just like bought a lot of cards that I liked and that I would bring me sort of intangible, ephemeral joy, and they still do. So I think it was worth it personally, but I don't think I'm ever going to get rich on SoRare.
I think you're 100% right. And every single week when Charlotte plays, not only are you rooting for your team, but you're rooting for your little digital pictures too. So Germ says that the Premier League second division all the second divisions were added at the same time.
Yep, that's true.
There's a good thread today by Pap. I don't know if you guys know who Pap is, but he worked with SoRare Data for a while. I think his handle on Twitter is like Pitti, Pitti, or something like that.
We love Pitti.
He had a thread today about everybody.
Why did he get fired from SoRare Data?
He didn't get fired. He is like maybe he did. He had a thread though today about how like the increase of rewards was a big contributor to the supply increase and the drop in values, and he had charts and things and whatever data to prove whatever he was saying. I mean, do you remember the time when everybody was complaining, more rewards, rewards, we gotta have 100%. More rewards?
Couldn't forget.
When was the last time you heard somebody talk about needing more rewards or fix the rewards? We gotta fix the rewards.
I do think they need to fix the bad rewards that shouldn't be in the pools. They don't do.
When was the last time you saw somebody win a bad reward?
I don't know, because I kind of disengaged a lot from So Rare Twitter over the last couple of months as compared to like the previous months before that. But I don't know. Like I
think they're pretty good now.
I saw the funniest thing I saw, and much love. I don't mean to talk. This is not shit talk, I promise, but it's just funny. Like Chani, like did this long. He was like sitting in a podium position before the game week ended, and he did this long ass Twitter like diatribe about like, I can't believe these people in the pool. I'm worried I'm gonna win one of these shit rewards. This is terrible. Like, what the fuck? And then like before the game week ended, he slipped off the podium. So you know, it's just kind of funny. It could happen to any of us. Obviously, we all have bad results and things that don't go our way. But it is kind of funny how
here's another one. Taco Slayer said, and this is the complete inverse. Taco Slayer said basketball rare rewards are gross right now. Well,
how so?
Everybody was begging, hey, no, reduce supply, reduce supply, reduce supply. Guess what reducing supply does?
Reduce rewards.
It means that my lineup with 260 points is still 22 points away from a reward.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have played Moritz Wagner. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, to be fair, he's playing right now. He could
get you. He could get you there.
He could get 47 points and get me a tier 5 rare.
I love it. Go Taco Slayer. So so there's not that many rewards. I sold out of basketball. I sold my entire NBA collection in the summer, which was poor timing because I could have, if I waited like a month, I definitely would have gotten more for my sellout, but I needed the ETH at the time to buy a soccer card, so like I do feel bad for NBA, but I'm not very bullish on NBA in general. The reason that I planned to sell out no matter what before the start of year 2 is because I saw what happened in baseball in MLB year 2 about the big crash, and I was just like, and to be honest,
those are completely different things.
Well, I don't trust the team on the US side. Like now that
I agree with that. I agree.
Now that N2 Loss has gone back to the old me and is like fuck being a CEO. I just need to code again and iterate like my product. Like that, I feel very bullish and confident in the team of the European side. I wish they would actually work a full 40-hour work week and not take 75 coffee breaks over there in Paris every day. But I do feel confident that the football team is going to get things in the right place. I think the most recent roadmap was way overhyped, and like I don't know if they paid people to like hype up, oh, this is a brand new day for So Rare. Like if all the affiliates and content boys were getting, I don't know, maybe that was natural, but everyone seemed like really excited about some pretty basic updates. But
I think the big thing there was all of the updates were things that people in general agreed with. So they were like, yes, they're doing what we want them to do.
Sure. And they got rid of people were happy that fitness got completely scrapped. And I do think that even though I'm not a big Premier League collector, and I know people are upset about having to buy 24 edition Premier League cards for this new contest. Overall, though, it is actually somewhat extremely significant that they're launching these contests with pure cash rewards and no card rewards, right? The Premier League contest.
Yeah.
That is significant in terms of precedent for sure. So, I don't know. Like, I'm interested to hear from the commenters. Peyton Thompson says this is an interesting topic. Taco Slayer says basketball rewards are gross right now. I know we're supposed to be building Scosmo's lineups, but I'm wondering, like, because I know I need some confirmation bias that I did the right thing to get out of NBA, or I just need to be told that I was a fool and sold out way too early. But how are basketball rewards gross? Is NBA not taken off? I thought the Wemby auction saved So Rare NBA.
No, it's just so hard to win right now because when you reduce supply, the number of rewards that you can give out is, by a division of 10, it's that much less. So
interesting.
You have 1,000 rares. Now you only have 100 rares.
I did feel like it was very easy to win last year for sure. It was just like it was just like click the button, put the team in and wait for the reward. Like I had a Luka and Jokic limiteds that I could play in the rare and I could win rare rewards with my Luka limited cards. And I was just like, this is too easy. Like this is way too easy.
That said, I don't like. Taco said people are mass selling out of rare. I don't see that really. I mean, granted I'm looking at Luka, but like, give me a basketball player that you want an example of.
Tobias Harris. I do think that cutting the scarcity of basketball was the right move.
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely a dip, but that's ETH prices. Let's look at cash prices. I mean, certainly the first few months are going to be higher.
How about near and dear to my heart in Charlotte? How about LaMelo Ball, the always injured Wunderkind? Or I know. How about Giannis? Because everyone was bitching that the Giannis unique auction went way too low earlier today, right?
Yeah, I think Laird's way of putting that at LaMelo's price has actually gone up a little bit. I guess Giannis has had a really bad start to the year.
Yeah. He's just not, when it comes to like big threes, he's just not the same as Jokic and Luka. I mean, he's good, but he's just not.
His price has gone up, maybe
purposes, yeah.
1,993, 1,947, 900. Man, the number 2, look at that. The number 2 is like so much cheaper than, well, a couple $100 cheaper than the number 8. It's kind of interesting.
It's all interesting. I'm interested to see where NBA goes, and I do think, I just think so NBA, it needs a demand surge. Demand has to come back. Like the supply, they've done good things to sort of make sure the supply's not out of hand, but they just haven't hit that demand to match the things that they've done to strategically limit supply. If that makes sense, we're waiting for it to come in.
Like I'm waiting for the point where I go to my kid's soccer game and I see dads like, hey, check out my lineup on my NBA lineup I got going this week. I got because I see that all the time
on Yahoo NBA Fantasy or something. Yeah,
I see it all the time where they're like, "Hey, look, you should see what happened on my fantasy NFL team this week." I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your fantasy football team, first of all. But yeah, show it to me. He's like, "Oh, this guy went out hurt, and I could have won $10,000 in DFS." Like, buddy, I don't care. But the fact that it's that common of a thing where people will just show me a lineup while I'm, just sitting there watching our kids play. So Rare needs to get to that point. And if they get to that point, then we're all doing quite well.
Yeah. I always say crossover. It needs to cross over from the niche to the mass to the point where even people who don't play the game know what it is. And oh, yeah, so I know what SoRare is. Yeah, I'm not into it, but I know what it is. Yeah.
Right now, nobody knows what the fuck it is. Right. Unless you're in France.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
I agree
said he sees a lot of people going from rares back into limiteds. I get it. It's probably easier to win in limited, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's easier to have star players, just like in soccer, right?
It's just so weird right now when you reduce supply by that much. Rewards are gonna be brutal to win, but it does help. It does help sustain the value of those cards.
Yeah, and that's what people wanted for sure. Ultimately, is the right move because the demand is just not there right now for these cards to submit a 1 of 1,000 rare to support that. And so I think and then by the time hopefully SoRare has grown into and become part of the fantasy furniture, like I say, in 5 years, they'll have all the supply of old cards to support, this increased user base. So I don't know. I mean, it's a big issue. We're getting to the point now, SoRare Soccer having been around now, entering, what next year will be the 7th season for Jupiler League or something like that. So it's
not that long. It was
it's very 6th or 7th, right? 2018.
Very end of 2018. So we're on our 5.5 year anniversary, I think.
All right. So at some point though, there'll be 7 different Vanaken editions out there in the very near future, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're seeing it with this whole pushback in the new Premier League thing, where it's the Premier League special cash contest, they're forcing you to buy 23, 24 edition cards, like 3 in the higher scarcities and 4. I have like some Premier League limiteds, but I can only play one of my old last year limiteds. I have to buy 4 limiteds to of the new year to compete in this. And like SoRare's doing this to like push new year utility and like sell new cards for higher prices. And like I as much as people are pushing back against that and not liking it, I'm actually kind of like, again, it's the precedent that I do like, of because once they do some divisions or tournaments where you can only play new cards, well, that raises the possibility that someday, they're not doing it now, but how about you have to have only 2018 and 2019 cards in this tournament, like why not?
I mean, they probably won't do that. If I were them and
in 5 years, they won't do that?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I just see them.
I mean, they're getting 5% on those secondary sales. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, you have to look at it from their incentives. And I think that you made a good point there that they do get 5% on those sales. Like, that is important. And in the end, you have to look at it from their perspective, though. Like, what is going to make them money and what is going to help them be sustainable? What is going to help them be profitable? They have investors that care about the bottom line. And, as a server manager, that is a worry for us. Like, we have to be concerned about that. Like, that their priorities are not always going to align with ours.
Right.
They're flat out, they're not. And it's something that we have to keep in the back of our mind, but also too,
I would say not all priorities, but some of our priorities can be aligned.
Some, sure. But like, even like this new tournament that they did, they're not doing anything that's like, they're not attacking us as managers. They're putting a carrot out in front of us, and they're like, hey, you want this carrot? You want the carrot? You need the new ones. You need the new cards to come get the carrot.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're baiting us a little bit with some of these new tournaments. And, honestly, the platform needs more degenerates. And I'm kind of a degen, and I'm going to be playing in some of these tournaments when, if you really look at it from like a cost benefit analysis and a profitability, me buying 3 rare EPL cards to go win $60 a week is probably not a great idea. But guess what? I've got this little dream in my head that I'm going to win $1,500 one of those weeks. Right. And I'm going to probably do it.
Right. And it's just the degen for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thought. I mean, I actually do have. I was thinking just in this conversation, I was like, my budget right now is telling me to buy a couple 23, 24 limited PL cards, but I do have like a Julian Alvarez rare. I have a couple random PL rares that if I only need to buy 3 new ones, maybe I could compete. Who knows?
Let's do this. Let's talk about this for a second. Wrong Medium article for SoRare.
I mean, they're all so good.
They're all so good. The MLB update was not good. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Do it. How many times was the word iterate used in the most recent update? Like,
here's my concern with just making a limited team. How easy do you think it is going to be to come in top 800?
Pretty easy.
You think so?
I don't know. How many people do you think will enter? How many people entered PL Limited last time it ran? I don't even know.
Well, that's not a division.
Premier League Limited?
I mean, like, yeah, I don't think that exists.
Yeah, there is Premier League kickoff or whatever, right?
Premier League kickoff.
Yeah, Premier League specialist.
Is there? I don't know if there's an easy way to even look at that.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll find. I'll work on that. But Perfect. It seems like I don't know. It couldn't be more. It's not like 10. Is it more than 10,000? I don't know. It feels like coming. I don't know. I have Rodri, so I got Rodri, so I feel like I'm coming. Like I won a card in Premier League specialist last week with a DNP. I won a card.
Okay.
And I was like 2 points short the next game week.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
because I have
so
I have Rodri and Odegaard and Joe Wellington, one of the best AA forwards in Premier League.
I said top 800. That's for $8.
Right. Yeah, it's not that much. Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know what a good lineup is going to cost here.
Let's say top 100. I think we put ourselves at top 100 just
for $20.
That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that still does not seem easy.
Yeah, I don't know. How many people are going to enter this contest, do you think?
I'm not even going to guess. I don't know.
5,000?
Less.
Then it's definitely easy to get top 800.
Yeah, I think people will be. I think people will be stingy at first about wanting the new season cards. They won't want to do it.
Then that means strike when the iron's hot. Get in early. That means that's the opportunity. If that's the case. Yeah,
for me personally, the upside isn't there in the limited side because I know I'm not going to win. I probably will never get top 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm never gonna win $100.
But
that's why I moved down here.
But
I think I can probably get top 20 at least once and rare.
And win 250.
Over the course of, what is it, like 8 weeks or something?
Something like that. I did read it, but I'm drawing a blank. It's from like November to January, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get top 20, $250, and then maybe get top 150 a couple times for your 60, $75, something like that. Okay.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I do not hate it. I'm trying to figure out what Premier League cards I have. I'd have 12 Premier League cards, but most of them are limited. So I have tell me if you think I should go for it. Here's my Premier League, my 3 old Premier League cards that I have that I would I would need to buy 3. I need to buy a goalkeeper.
Only one of them matters. Only one of those cards matters.
Yes, correct. Austin Trusty's not it. Vinny Sousa's not it. Vinny Sousa, man. If I only would have sold him for 1 ETH, like I could have so many.
I watched him play the other day, though. He's at like Nottingham or something.
Sheffield.
I saw him playing.
I got a stack. I got a trusty Sousa stack. What were you saying?
I was just saying I like what I saw. Like he was I don't even remember what he was doing, but it just I was watching him and he looked good.
Oh yeah, he's still owned by City Football Group as far as I know. So I believe he will. I always said he's going to be the new Fernandinho someday, but he has not raced to get to that position for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Germ. 22,000 entries in Prem Specialist in Game Week 421. So I think that tells me that there can be 10,000 in the limited of that contest.
I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. That just seems like a lot of competition.
I need to win a Premier League goalie. I don't have the ETH. I wasted all my ETH. I had an ETH and change to buy some cards, and I decided that the best place to prioritize would be super rare cap 240. So I bought a midfielder and a goalkeeper.
So if you could buy any mid-table Premier League goalkeeper, who are you buying?
Johnstone, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I'm trying to think. But
dude, Scosmo, we're doing your lineups, buddy.
Don't tell Scosmo that we're on our 5th different topic instead of building his lineups for the show.
Yeah.
Scosmo, your lineups are coming. We got you, bro. We got you for sure.
We got the lineups. We're good. He went to bed and he woke up. Do you think he woke up to pee?
I
mean, it's 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
He's peeing right now.
You're an American when you go into the bathroom. You're an American when you go out of the bathroom. Yeah, I think Johnstone maybe, or maybe the Brentford keeper worked out for. I have Raya because I bought him when he was a Brentford keeper. Now he's an Arsenal. Strakosha, I think, right? Or Fleck. But they're kind of torn between Flecken and Strakosha. It's tough.
They're
to
not.
Say, yeah.
Flecken got hurt in one of the games.
Okay, that's what it is.
But
okay,
I think I don't think he's going to be out very long. Maybe
to be honest, Onana wouldn't be the worst because you get like what conference? You get Champions League utility for 2 more games.
Problem, I feel like he just gets too many errors.
Yeah, I hate Man United, so it's a non-starter.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's show Scosmo what we've come up with for him, shall we?
He said he has absolutely not been to bed.
I love it.
My God. Scosmo, I hate this lineup, I think. What do you think?
Let's kill it.
Trips.
Well, let's see. No, I like this. I like this lineup because it has a chance to win a U23 reward.
So do I blow up the other lineups? Because I'm pulling players from
No, I blow this up, actually. This has no chance. This is screwed. This is a no chancer for sure.
So I'm trashing it.
I'm trashing it if it's me.
Okay. Let me uncheck that. And then
although where does Kim Joo Chan play?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
So the options for him would be I could play him or we could play him here.
Is he someone we want in a lineup? I'm not familiar with his game. I tried to become a K-League expert and failed 3 times.
Yeah. So Scosmo, you don't like Kim to play anywhere? Good, because I don't have him playing anywhere.
All right, then you're out of U23, Scos. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. This is kind of where we're at right now. We prioritize Kep 240. We got this Gamboa lineup.
Let's get that 500.
Johnston. We got Nagby, however you pronounce Emmanuel's last name. We're going to Captain Coke. This Champ Euro lineup is just legit awesome.
I pride myself on pronunciations. I'm going to call that Emmanuel Iyoma.
Iyoma?
I can't read it. Is it Iyoma?
Yeah.
Iyoma. I'm calling that Iyoma. Maybe Ioma. Koke. Koke's a good captain, although
here's the problem. Here's the problem, Scosmo. If I do Ogus, then I got to make everybody else here worse. So I figured he's starting. Like he looks like he's a guy that's going to start. So I don't know if I did this, I got to make up 10 points somewhere. And I like Nagby here. I don't love him here, but I don't think you have another good forward option with a low cap hit.
I mean, do you want to build these lineups, Scosmo? The whole point of the fucking exercise is to Fripp, Fripp wants to see Kim Joo Chan. Of course Fripp wants Kim Joo Chan in there.
I could not do Coke. Could I do Kim here?
The point, I mean, are we?
No, it wouldn't even fit. It wouldn't. Well, no, I'm still -1. I like what I had. I like what I had.
Go with what you had. You were on point. I co-signed everything you had put there. Gamboa is in.
Gamboa is in.
He's a Bochum boy.
That's right. We got this legit Champ Euro Super Rare team. I'm not even going to talk about it because it's so good.
That's a don't touch it. That's a set it and forget it.
This lineup is shit, but it's second division, so anybody can win, right?
Sure.
This All-Star Super
What's the
Rare
AA
team,
play? Does that AA play need to be somewhere higher, somewhere better?
Dude, Marvin's been brutal.
Marvin sucks. Yeah, he's not. Marvin isn't Marvin anymore, unfortunately for him.
But maybe he whatever, he gets good again for one game. Scosmo,
let's see
this Manuel Pfeiffer guy. What's up with Manuel Pfeiffer? Do you love him? Is he awesome or what?
Fife Dog?
Yeah.
Who does he play for?
I don't know. Whatever that blue-looking Austrian team is. Pfeiffer
I'm not an Austrian league guy.
Neither am I.
I don't like the long winter break. I hate a long winter break.
Well, either way, this is the lineup I'm going with. You got Jankovic in here. He's a smasher. Koeman looks like he is like probably going to start. If he starts, he's going to get a goal.
I'm questioning that. I'm not a Bayern expert, but he started. How many minutes did he play in Champions League? He's not a normal starter, and he started in the Champs League.
Yeah, but they have like Kimmich out. They got Musiala out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, with the red card of Kimmich and Musiala injury, I like it more.
I mean, I don't know that like it looks like he plays kind of out wide, but like
he's going to score. It's a nuts matchup. It's just a matter of does he start.
Right. If he comes in off the bench, he's probably going to still score. Now he doesn't really hit those peaks. Like if you just look at this, so he's not like your big upside play here.
He's more of a cat mode player. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, not at 58. Scosmo said, Andy, I just discorded a screenshot of what I had. If that helps my thought process for anything, I don't want your thought process. Right. I'm gonna set your fucking lineups,
right.
And TrippinB's gonna help set your lineups, right. And then you're gonna have to make a decision on whether you like them or hate them.
Right. You signed over your thought process to us.
That's right.
It is what it is. I got Gamboa as a 90% starter on Play Sharper as well. So it is as a wingback in of 3-5-3, but 3-5-2.
Yeah. That's going to go one of two ways.
Well, it's a road match that they're not favored in, so that should. Oh no, it's
Gamboa's at home.
They're home. They're home. Excuse me. They're home favored against the Goats, the Colnsters. So yeah, I actually like their chances, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with lineups though.
No.
He has. Let's see how many goalkeepers he has left.
Go to Academy. I always go if you need to check like who all's available. Do a blank Academy lineup.
He's got Mandanda, who I don't know if he's going to start. We have this guy, and he is what La Liga 2.
Yeah, Guita is a former Crystal Palace goalkeeper, right?
Yeah. Do we play this shithead in Champ Euro? Scosmo, what's Mandanda's status? Is he out, or is there a chance he starts?
He's 94% after an out. That's weird.
Yeah. And they played today, I think.
I think we're still in the month-long cap, the Super Cap 270. How about can we get KJC in a lineup for Fripp? I feel bad.
I mean, we could try something really shitty.
What's better, a punt unique lineup or a cap 220 super rare?
What about a cap 220 unique?
If we got the cards, let's do it.
I don't know if it'll work. All the rest of the cards have to be uniques.
Ooh, jelly. Ogush is in.
So this is all we can do. We can do this guy. Honestly, we could just have to go with whatever the lowest cap hits are, because he's going to be right on the.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Hadebe is not in, so don't.
It ain't going to work.
Yeah, no. It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
Scosmo, I'm not playing Rami. Rami's his last two games, he was a sub, and they didn't even bring him on.
And they have him as 98%. I know the people at So Rare Data have worked the hardest they possibly can to make the lineup prediction a useful thing, but I still feel like it's almost impossible. Just like people just ruin it, and the bots and everything just ruin it. You can't trust it.
Scosmo says they were saving him for this weekend. So they didn't want to play him against Newcastle. They wanted to save him for this weekend against Stuttgart away.
Well,
I don't know.
What about the game before that? What were they saving him for?
Yeah, they didn't want to play him against Bayern. They didn't want to play him against Newcastle at home.
Go back to the saved lineups. What does an all-star unique look like? Then we're not worrying about the cap. Do we have but we don't have a goalkeeper, right?
We do, because you only need 2. You can have 2 super rares there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But the reason I never built it is I didn't think that we had a good enough team, even with all of his best uniques. I didn't feel like we had a good enough
for sure, but
team to win. Yeah. But you're right. We could make a lineup here. We could do this. Who's our best mid? Is it? Well, we still got to use Lanzini. You know what? I didn't make a cap. I didn't make a cap 240 super rare. We need to do that.
Oh, Jesus! What the hell? What are we doing?
We were saving Lanzini for that too. Oops.
All right. Sorry. All those uniques are going to waste. Great job, Scosmo, moving out of rares to uniques. That was a very sharp, forward-looking move. However, you got a lot of cards on the bench this week that aren't going to get used as a result. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe.
That is a sick 2018 Lanzini, though. God.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I love that fucking card.
It's beautiful.
All right, who is our?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I know that I'm not the typical SoRare guy because everyone is just trying to make money off this shit. To me, it's about the fun. Like, I just like cool shit, and that Lanzini card is fucking cool. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. Dude, this dude's on a fucking heater right here. Plee.
Alisson Plie. Yeah, he's great.
He's
former. He's still at what's it called? That
Gladbach
German squad with the black and white logo.
Yeah, Gladbach.
Yeah, Borussia Gladbach.
So we have 103. So we can do a little bit here. We can. What do we got? 50 each ish.
Will Simicast was not going to play again, right? He was horrible today.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think Jelly Batelli slots right into the extra, but what does that give us? A decent defender?
It would give us a really good player here. So we could go.
Oh, Jelly's a defender. Sorry, I thought he was a mid. My bad.
Yeah. So we could go Marco here. They're away to Mechelen. Oh, he's hurt though. Maybe
Jelly has been in bad form, but it's a nuts matchup. I think it's the spot for Jelly.
Dylan said Jelly's going to start no matter what.
Yeah, I believe Jelly Batelli can come through at a time when he's needed. You know.
Yeah.
And then is Marco good? I don't know much about him. He does have an injury designation there.
It says he's got a yellow card suspension.
He's out then. Yeboah, Yeboah has been great.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee he'll start, but he did have a sub DA last game, so that he was better than Matan in my opinion. Matan would probably be the guy he's competing with that spot for, right?
I mean, looking at his past scores, he seems like the play. Like
is Dembele going to start? Yeah, I would probably go with Dembele, to be honest.
That's probably a good shot
because he's got a nice matchup. I think he was rotated their last game, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't start the Champions League game, maybe?
He did.
What am I thinking then?
He played 90 minutes.
I'm thinking of some nonsense then. I would probably go with Dembele over Yeboah just because.
You think he's more certain to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what the idiots on Play Sharper think for that game.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Dude, I think Lanzini is due for a goal or an assist, so I'm captaining him.
He's so due. Are you kidding me?
It's unbelievable.
He's as due as they get.
Like, look at the AA he's putting up in these games with no goals or assists.
I love the guy. Yeah, the Play Sharper has Matan starting 90% over Yeboah, so that's not very good. I'm a Dembele guy.
Do they got Dembele at 90%?
Here, not only is this team going to win the Thresh, this is going to win a card reward in 240.
You're not worried about this goalkeeper matchup at all?
We don't really have a choice, right?
We do not. Okay, so you know what this does leave us with? We can still do everything that we wanted to do, baby, in All-Star Unique.
I love it.
We can play Mandanda, who is 94% to start.
It's a long shot. Come on.
We can play this Oguz guy. Do we play Lars? Do we play Lazaria? I mean, do we play Rodrigo DePaul here? Maybe.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we do.
We can
The fabulous
play.
RDP.
We can play KGC.
Yeah, of course. Just
Or
to make
KJC.
so Fripp will finally leave us alone. Put KJC
Yeah.
in.
And then we can play Lars here as our third unique.
It's beautiful.
Or
To
Ramy.
be honest, that team's dangerous.
Sorry.
I don't know if it's what dangerous for what is dangerous to your health.
I've got a take here.
Hit me.
And you might agree, or I think you'll agree with me. So these are our only unique options. I think we have to look at these and just say who has the highest potential upside. I don't care.
Your upside.
Starts. I don't care about his floor. I don't care about anything else. Is it Wisa, who's probably not starting? It's not this guy. Is it Ramy?
Yeah.
Like, this guy looks like he's going to start.
I think it's Stindl.
I think you're probably right. He's got some good scores in here.
It's got to be.
He's got an 85, a 78, a 78.
Yeah. The upside's there.
All right. Who are
In
you
the right
captaining?
matchup.
You want Captain Fripp's boy?
Yeah, Captain KJC for sure.
Nice.
Because
Lineup.
you're going to need him to score. He's going to have to score for the lineup to do anything anyway, so you might as well get the extra. That's what I was thinking that spot.
I feel like it might be a little waste of Rodrigo DePaul, but then if you look at his last 15, it's like, nah, we're not wasting him.
He needs to prove himself in a in a throwaway lineup before he goes back in a main.
Yeah. All right, so this is what we got, Scos.
He wanted 6. We found him 7. That's pretty good.
I'm curious how this is different than what you would do, and I'm curious how this is different than what Haber did. But I think one thing that will be fun is I don't know if this will stay saved, but it will be fun to compare, like, how did we do versus how did you do? Are you going to use these lineups? Is what I want to know. Like, these are beautiful lineups.
They're good. I want to know what cut of the rewards are we getting?
Yeah. What's the cut here?
I would give most of them to you. I want 10% of your cut. So whatever Scosmo gives you, I just want 10% of that.
One thing I'm curious about, Trips, is if we were to go into the lineup builder and try to find his best possible lineup score, where do you think it would be? And which lineup do you think it would be?
I think it would probably be in Champion Europe just because that lineup is so sick.
How is that only a 78?
I don't know. Because it doesn't have any Bayern players, I guess, maybe. 100% of the SO coins. Scosmo's offering up 100% of the SO coins. This is huge.
Wow. Here, I'm going to take a screenshot of these. Well, yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot of these and send them to you, Scosmo.
Love it. All right, I'm fading fast.
You gotta set lineups too.
I gotta set lineups. Yeah, I gotta put something in my stomach to soak up all the beer I drank earlier.
Yeah. All right, man. Well,
but this is too fun.
Agreed.
So right after dark, the greatest show of all time. Scosmo, best of luck.
Yep. Scosmo, best of luck. Thank you, TrippinB. Have a great night.
You're the man.